This one is going to be quick and to the point, and I'm just going to let it keep running. This is why I emphasize driving the man with your eyes out of the brake when you're in man-to-man. Sometimes even in a zone. This is why you need to drive to your man out of your brake. Here we are. We have Ohio State versus Nebraska. Nebraska defensive back sees the break by the wide receiver. What does he do? Immediately throws his eyes to the quarterback, expecting to throw. Okay, we understand that, but those first 2-3 steps to the wide receiver need to be with your eyes on the wide receiver. If he does that, he'll quickly notice that this is not an out route and it's now a go route or an out and up. If he drives 1-2, you see that move, you can get a hand on him, you can flip your hip sooner, and you can get back into the route. And in this case, if this were to happen to you and you get caught and you recognize that it is now an out and up, you plant, drive, and you get vertical up the field. Let me just pause it here for a second. Here's what would happen, okay? You recognize it at about this point. If you're driving the wide receiver, you recognize it, you see that he's heading back up. What do? You plant and you drive and you get vertical. Don't go trying to run over here to the wide receiver because he's going to plant, he's going to go back up this way, and you're going to get back up the field. When you get fooled in an out and up or a double move, slant and go, hitch and go, out and up, you got to plant and get vertical up the field because now you're trying to defend the goal line, okay? You're going to just concede, all right, you're going to get a completion on me, maybe, but I'm not going to give up a touchdown off of it. When offenses draw plays like this, it's for a huge play. They want a touchdown. They want 50, 60 yards. You can't give that to them. You plant, drive, and you get vertical. But even on this, if he's driving the wide receiver with his eyes and not looking in this backfield, he could plant, turn around, get back up the field, and the throw usually is not in stride. It's difficult for a quarterback to stand, watch a receiver plant, stop his momentum, and then throw a ball that catches him in stride. So a lot of times you will get back in it if you could just plant and drive yourself vertical back up the field and then adjust back to the wide receiver once you've gotten back up the field. But the main thing that I want to point out to you here is when you come out of that break, at least the first 2 steps have got to be your eyes driving that wide receiver to make sure that it's not an out and up. Now, I'm not telling you to be overly cautious. Just be technically sound. Plant, drive hard as hell, but your eyes have to be to the wide receiver. Drive that hip with those first 2 steps, maybe even 3 steps, but at least those first 2 steps, driving your eyes to the wide receiver so you don't get fooled this badly on a double move. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a member. And if you have any questions on this video or on the members area, feel free to reach out to me, cwilson@alleyesdbcamp.com. And again, thanks for being a member. All Eyes DB Camp, consistency breeds results.